This your boy, the Beat Assassin, checking in once again with another Messages podcast. First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody that's been subscribing to my page, checking out my videos, helping my views get a little higher, man. I appreciate everyone for the time and commitment that y'all been, showing love, watching my videos. So today's topic on the Messages podcast, I am your boy, the Beat Assassin. I want to talk about the perception to sway the mind. Now, what I mean by that is, and I hope you stick with me on this one right here. The perception to sway the mind, meaning the people that you see living a life, you think they're living, they're really not living. Examples like people that's on Facebook, Instagram, social media, Snapchat, all these, social media sites. They post pictures at the beach or an expensive resort or in a rental car or flashing hundreds of dollars of bills on camera. Flexing is what we call it. The perception to sway the mind. So it's a lot of people out here, man, that's living a life like what you would think they live in that life. You see their videos, and a lot of these people are depressed. A lot of these people don't really have what they say they have. A lot of these people don't have the materialistic things that they do. Some people actually buy this stuff and take it back to the store after they wear it to a party or a gathering or something like that. Those type of people. The perception to sway the mind. It's a lot of entertainers out here. A lot of actors, actresses, a lot of people, regardless if they look like they got money, in reality, that's not the life they're living. People think that when you get money and you're rich and you're famous, everything is easy, not knowing that when you actually get money, that's where your problems begin. A lot of these people that's on drugs and alcohol and everything else, popping pills because of the stress and the family turning on them and all this, you know what I mean? So basically what I'm trying to say is the perception and the sway of the mind means this: what you think you see, you really don't see. For example, I got a list of rappers who you think that should have millions on top of millions on top of millions of dollars. They did, they do, but it's not what you think. I got a list of rappers who you would never in a million years think that didn't have no money. But if you see their Instagram and see their posts, you would think that, hey, living swell, everything's good on my end. I'm gonna show y'all a quick video to show you exactly what I'm talking about, because like I say, when I do my podcast, I do my own research. I do everything on my own, man. Before I even talk about a subject, I gotta give it to you real, raw and uncut. So I'm gonna show you a few videos and a few examples of people persuading the mind, making people think that they're doing so much better than we are, so much better than this person, that person. But in reality, that's not the truth, and it's far from that. So keep up with me. I'm gonna show you a little quick snippet of some people you would never think in a million years that they really don't have no money. They have more money problems than we have. And most of us working 9 to 5, most of us doing what we need to do here and there just to, make ends meet. It's all good. I don't knock nobody hustle. So I'm finna show you a quick video, and I want to get y'all comments. Please comment and let me know what you think about the perception of sway the mind, because what you see is not what you really see. Check this out.
Okay. That's 100,000. That's 100 bands. That's 100 bands right there. Plug walk out right now.
Despite all of that, Rich has had a surprising amount of money problems in recent years. Back in 2017, the rapper had leased a 2016 model S600 Maybach, a car you might remember seeing in a viral video with him and Famous Dex. But he was sued by DPN Cars Corp for missing a $6,620 monthly payment on the luxury vehicle. Apparently, he didn't learn his lesson about making on-time payments, because this year he was sued by his landlord. Apparently, Rich rented a mansion in the Hollywood Hills, and he lived there throughout 2018 until he missed a December rent payment of $22,500. A lawsuit was filed by his landlord for the amount of $32,376, which included $2,500 in late fees and $7,000 in utilities. Filed. Moral of the story: if you don't pay people what you owe them and live above your means, you're gonna have a bad time, even if you're a multi-millionaire whose record label has sold over 1 billion records. Jewelry store in Atlanta. Their YouTube channel has 500,000 subscribers, and they have videos with well-known names like Lil Pump, NLE Choppa, Trippie Redd, and Lil Baby visiting their store and purchasing jewelry. Well, Young Thug was another customer of theirs until their relationship turned sour. In a lawsuit filed by the store, they claim that they gave Thug over $200,000 in jewelry, with the expectation that he would pay it off soon. Apparently, Thug was only able to fork over $95,000, and eventually Icebox had to sue him for the remainder remainder of his balance, plus $250,000 in punitive damages. His attorneys argued that Icebox's practices were predatory because they didn't actually agree on any payment plan, and because of that, the suit should be thrown out. Currently, it's still ongoing. To make matters worse, the Atlanta rapper recently learned the IRS was fining him $145,000 for failing to pay his 2014 and 2015 taxes, and that's on top of the $176K he already owed. Offset is of course known for being 1/3 of the rap group Migos and husband to Cardi B, but besides that he's famous for his over-the-top jewelry collection. He's got the Trap House chain, cartoon character Freakazoid, and the Raindrop piece. Now you would imagine that he pays for all his jewelry in full, right? Well, as it turns out, a jewelry store just outside of Atlanta called Govin's Fine Jewelry filed a lawsuit against him for over $400,000. According to court documents, Offset had borrowed multiple pieces of jewelry from the store, including 2 tennis bracelets worth almost $200K. And after 3 months of them requesting payments, they had no choice but to sue him. That's not the only instance of Set not paying for expensive items, as he was also sued in 2018 for keeping over $11,000 worth of clothing that a stylist gave to him. According to them, he acknowledged that he owes the money, but refused to pay it. Whether or not these incidents are misunderstandings, it's still not a good look.
So there you have it. Those just a few examples of what I mean by persuasion of the mind. Some of these people out here living the life in our eyes like they're living the best life ever, but in reality, a lot of these entertainers and actors and ball players, they're not really living like that. Persuasion of the mind. And it's sad because our kids look at these actors and athletes and these people that's living on a pedestal, and we're thinking as people that everything is all good in their world, but it's not. A lot of these people go through a lot of stress, the lawsuits and, divorces and, on drugs because of the stress. I'm not saying being rich and having money is not a good thing, because we all need money to take care of our family and feed our kids. But, that's another thing. I mean, you don't have to be rich to be happy in this world. I'd rather have my health than a bank account full of money and I'm sick and gonna be dead in a few years and not be around to enjoy it. So the moral of the story is persuasion of the mind. Lead people on to believe a life that you're really not living. It'll catch up to you in the end, you know what I mean? So I just want people to know, man, what's real out here. If you got kids, and of course, we all need money to survive. You need money to keep a roof over your head, provide for your kids, keep clothes on their back. But if you have those things, man, you have a lot to be thankful for, So in the message of this podcast today, I just want to, reach out to the people and let you know that, you may think your life is bad, or you may think your life is not where you want it to be. Everything takes time to grow. So keep doing what you're doing, keep your head up. We are normal people at the end of the day. And some of these celebrities, hey man, be careful what you wish for, because you can't take a kid out of the hood or the ghetto and put millions of dollars in their account and expect them to maintain that money, not knowing what to invest it or what to do with that money or to give back to the communities or the neighborhood. Some of them don't even give back. Some of them don't even do toy drives for Christmas, man. So what goes around comes around. This is the Beat Assassin with another message of this podcast. Persuasion of the mind. No, be yourself. Don't try to impress nobody else. Don't try to prove anything to anybody else. You only got you, your family to live for. Nothing to prove. And this is the Beat Assassin with another message of this podcast, signing out. See ya.